Total Pro Sports presents the top 15 pro sports fan bases in North America. There are hundreds of professional sports teams in North America, but not all of them are loyal and passionate. There's actually a very small minority of teams who have fans that stick with them through the great years and the dark years. Those fans deserve recognition for their relentlessness. So let's take a look at the top 15 pro sports fan bases in North America. Number 15, Chicago Bulls. Even though it's been nearly 2 decades since the Michael Jordan dynasty years, the Bulls faithful don't stop at all. Ever since 2005, they have ranked no lower than second in NBA attendance every season. They have been at the top every year since 2010, and that's with a team that doesn't usually get past the second round of the playoffs. Number 14, Boston Red Sox. The good folks of Boston have been spoiled with 3 World Series titles since 2004, but it used to not be that nice. Their loyal fans endured 86 years without a World Series, among many more painful moments. The Babe Ruth trade, Bill Buckner error, Chuck Knobloch's phantom tag, and Aaron Boone's Game 7 walk-off homer gave the Red Sox faithful enough heartache until they finally ended the drought in 2004. No matter what the Red Sox do, their fans are right behind them. Number 13, San Francisco Giants. The Giants waited for ages to win a World Series, so 3 titles in 5 years from 2010 to 2014 will do. They're always among the most watched teams in the league. Their fans have not deserted their team, even in the bad years. Few fan bases deserved a dynasty like the Giants. Number 12, Oakland Raiders. Even though they've become the laughingstock of the NFL with 13 straight non-winning seasons, the Raiders fan base is as strong as it gets. No one likes playing in the black hole. Their fans are rowdy and ruthless. Even with a terrible team in front of them, the fans are always as loud as if they've just won the Super Bowl. Number 11, New York Yankees. 27 World Series championships will help, but the Yankees have been New York's sports team for almost a century now. With countless legends playing in the Bronx, the Yankees are by far the most followed and watched team in North America. Any road game is loaded with Yankees fans. That's how strong and spaced out this fan base is. Number 10, the Los Angeles Lakers. From Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to Kobe Bryant, the Lakers fans have had plenty of reasons to love this team. Even as the Lakers have declined significantly over the last few years, perhaps no NBA team is more loved than this one. Bryant's become so beloved that the fans refuse to ignore their team during a very disappointing rebuilding stretch. Number 9, Los Angeles Dodgers. They led the league in attendance in 2015, even though it's been nearly 30 years without a title. The Dodgers fan base stays along for the ride. This team went from mediocrity to constant playoff failures. They're so lovable. The ageless Vin Scully refuses to give up his mic. The Dodgers have some of the best fans in all of baseball, without a question. Number 8, Dallas Cowboys. When you're called America's team, you sure as heck better have a good following, which of course the Cowboys do. Even though their dynasty years are long gone and the team has been subject to major playoff disappointment over the years, the Dallas Cowboys fans have shown their loyalty. Why else does this team get so much coverage? And why do they get more primetime matchups than any other team? Because America loves the Cowboys. Number 7, Chicago Cubs. 107 years without a World Series and counting. And yet the fans refuse to leave, having to embark on years of embarrassment. Wrigley Field still draws ridiculous attendance numbers every season. There's a reason the Cubs are called the lovable losers. Their fans might stick right with them the entire way. Number 6, Seattle Seahawks. Every year the Seahawks seem to set new crowd noise records. They have earned the infamous nickname of the 12th man for a reason. Over the past decade, no home field has drawn more false start penalties. The Seahawks are now an elite team, but even when they went through years without making the playoffs, their fans were always the loudest in the NFL. It's the hardest stadium to play in, too. Number 5, St. Louis Cardinals. MLB's model organization is also a model for how fans should follow their teams. The Cardinals fans are as loyal as it gets. They have ranked in the top 6 attendance every year. Even though being a playoff contender helps, the atmosphere in all 81 regular season games is like that of Game 7 of the World Series. The Cardinals have a dynamic following in St. Louis. Number 4, the Green Bay Packers. Being one of the oldest franchises, the Cheesehead Nation gets fans from all over the continent. Watch any Packers away game and you'll see green and yellow invading the stands. The Packers are partially owned by the fans themselves. Even in a city of 100,000 people, Lambeau Field is one of the loudest and most incredible atmospheres in football. Even in Brett Favre's twilight years, the Packers fans were as rowdy as ever. Seriously, these fans are just magnificent. Number 3, Toronto Maple Leafs. No team in the NHL has struggled more over the years. The Leafs have had the NHL's longest cup drought and have made the playoffs just once in the past 10 years. Still, Air Canada Centre is louder in the regular season than 90% of any other NHL arena during the playoffs. Expensive tickets also allow Leafs fans to support their team on the road, further demonstrating how passionate this team is. Even with a terrible on-ice product, the Leafs fans worship their team. Number 2, Pittsburgh Steelers. The terrible towel can be seen in Pittsburgh for any home game, obviously, but the terrible towel is also seen invading in any away game. The Steelers have the most prominent and loyal fans in the NFL. It's amazing to see how stretched their fan base is. Being one of the oldest teams and the team with the most Super Bowls, it's not hard to see how they've maintained such a phenomenal fan base for all these years. Nothing beats the terrible towel. Nothing at all. And number 1, the Montreal Canadiens. With all due respect to all of the fan bases in North America, the Montreal Canadiens take number 1 on our list. Their team is over 100 years old. Their fans have been around longer than most sports teams. They have the loudest arena in the NHL. Their fans are so over-the-top passionate that they tried getting the police to investigate Zdeno Chara's dirty hit. Their fans invade an opposing arena and get their ole ole chants going. They've been so passionate that they've run superstars out of town. The Habs sell out every home game. Most of their road games are invaded by Habs fans. The arena is electrifying. Montreal owns the best fans in sports, plain and simple. And that's it for the top 15 pro sports fan bases in North America. But wait, we're not done with you yet. In the comments below, we want to know, which team do you think has the most annoying fan base in North America? And for more cool videos, click subscribe.